What's good? Welcome in. It's going to be a general love reading. Okay. I feel devotion, feminine. Okay. So you could be devoting yourself to somebody, or this is you just devoting yourself to the feminine energy of nurturing, taking care of yourself, that self love. Okay. Healing, letting go, getting clean, getting sober on the things that you want. Um, Releasing old habits. Okay, if you need some assistance and some guidance to pinpoint, to let go, and to manifest, check out my 21-day shadow work journal with phases of the moon, and it comes with some rituals. Okay, miracles, feminine, that will bring in miracles for you in your self-healing journey. Okay, because the alchemical process working with fire helps transmute that energy. Everything is energy, and if you don't believe that, then you're on the wrong channel, and I suggest that you find somewhere else to be. So let's get straight into it, asking Spirit of the Most High, Divine Light, and Love to come in. And as I channel these messages clearly and precisely for my viewers, for their highest and greatest good, I thank you for your divine protection from all and any interference, evil eye, monitoring spirits from mind, body, and soul. May they be revoked, rebuked, and returned by the powers that be, by the power of three, so mote it be. Ashe. Chills and confirmation. So let's get straight to it, okay? And sometimes you have to hear the things you don't want to hear so you could get to the place you want to be, okay? Marriage, to the place you want to be. Okay, you want to have a healthy relationship with yourself first before you commit to somebody. How are you showing up in your own life? And it's not just what you bring to the table kind of bullshit, okay? Like, how childish is that? Okay, that's such an immature thought process with this society. This channel, we're grown here. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to help you develop. I'm going to help you grow and become a better version on the inside out, because you attract what you are, and your external world is a mirror, a reflection of that. So what are you reflecting? This could be an actual marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. And your first partner in life is yourself, and we need to appreciate ourselves more. And I really feel that we don't, because we lack self awareness and self accountability. So, where are you needing to show up to improve your life? And you can't, oh, my partner, we've been together for 15 years and my partner should know. How are they going to know? Are they going to read your mind? Just because you've been with someone for so long, they should know how you feel and how you think when you don't express yourself, when you don't speak up. Get clear on the things that you want. Okay, we're grown here. Communication is key. Just like how you pray to God, just like how oh, I wish I could have this, I wish I could have that, and you get clear. Okay, sobriety, get clear on the things that you want, so the things that you want can come in. My mind is clear. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. Okay, letting go of old habits. I cut the cards on that deck. Getting rid of toxic habits, drinking, smoking, things that cloud your judgment, overconsumption, eating high sugar foods. Have some self respect. I had to say it like that. But it's like tough love, you know? I honor and love myself through healthful actions. How are you honoring yourself? Honor your vessel. If you are made in the image of the stars, the universe, God, creator of all creations, you came from somewhere. How are you respecting that creation? It's how you respect yourself. When you eat better, you feel better, you show up better, having an attitude of gratitude, okay? So, this is about self development. This is about you becoming your greatest version. And it's not like the person that you're meant to be with is not going to come in and assist you in your mess. But if you're not in the right frequency to attract that, if you're not doing the inner work, if you're not healing and becoming better and on that evolution of growth, then how could you expect someone to come in and be there holding your hand or being your cheerleader if you're not even doing it for yourself? At least if you're doing it for yourself, someone could come in and be like, it's okay. I know that you're going through a tough time, and maybe financial isn't right for you, but I got the finances. You know what I mean? But you bring nurturing, you bring um organization, you bring the love, the self-respect. You keep me clear, right? And that's that feminine energy, keeping the masculine energy, even within yourself, clear. What's the next step, right? The union, the marriage, love, gratitude, love, giving and receiving. Exactly. It's giving and receiving, it's equal reciprocity. Devotion, okay? Devoted to the feminine. Because someone wants to come in, if I'm speaking to a divine feminine, take it the roles how they apply for you in your life. It's a general reading. They're going to be devoted to you, but you need to be devoted to yourself first. What do we have with marriage? Heartbreak. Heartbreak is part of life, is part of the human experience. It will pass. So you could have gone through some sort of heartbreak with a marriage, okay? And that is what set you off. Oh, I don't want to be in relationships. You got into party mode, okay? You lost your self-respect because you were healing from heartbreak. And healing from heartbreak is not an excuse. It is understandable, but it is not an excuse as to why you fell off, why you became so unhinged. Okay. It's, understandable that you have that healing process, and healing looks different for us all, granted. However, it's the relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with God, your belief system. Heartbreak happens for us all. And of course, this could have been a higher level of commitment. It didn't necessarily have to be marriage. You could have been, um, what's it called? When you live with someone but you don't get married, okay? I can't remember what it's called. Bylaw or something. Common law. Thank you. Common law with somebody. And it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to work out. But it was meant, heartbreak is meant to bring in some sort of clarity in your life, to rise up and have some sort of self respect. And that's what you're doing. What do we have with sobriety? The star, healing, Aquarius energy. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. And it's funny because I said this is going to be a love reading, and it ended up being a self love reading. And I know that's kind of cheesy, okay? But at the end of the day, everything is how you treat yourself. Your experiences on the external world plane of existence is how you treat yourself on the internal experience. That's why I wrote that 21-day shadow work journal, because it takes 3 weeks to complete, get rid of, and adapt into a new habit. So that star energy is doing the healing work, showing up for yourself, self respect, proposal. Look at that, chills and confirmation. A wish is coming in. Ooh, chills and confirmation. You want that higher level of commitment. Or maybe you walked away because someone wasn't proposing. They didn't propose. Okay. The common law isn't good enough. I need to be their wife. I need to be their, I gotta lock her down. I gotta lock him down. But you weren't happy with what you had. You weren't happy with where you were. Maybe you're over consuming. Maybe you're partying. Maybe things needed to separate so you could become better, develop within your own independence so you could come back in. Someone you wished for is coming into your life. An offer or proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise because you learned to walk away, the self respect you have. Or this is you just healing from that marriage, letting go, getting clear on what it is that you want in life. And now that wish fulfillment, because you got clear, because you had to experience that heartbreak, and you're attracting this wish fulfillment, this proposal coming in, the twin from your twin flame, because you're on the right path of self evolution. And that's exactly it for your highest and greatest growth. We don't fuck around on this channel, okay? We show up for ourselves because that's showing up for the most high. That's showing up for those that protect us in hindsight, in the unseen, in the unknown, things that we don't know, things that we can't see, from those that are our frenemies, okay? That kind of rhymed. Ooh, okay. Let's dig a little bit deeper on marriage heartbreak for my viewers. And you're aligning to your twin flame, and maybe you haven't met your twin flame yet because you had to adapt and heal. You had to come out of a marriage, a higher level of commitment that you thought was the one, but you had to heal, get clear on that. And now you're attracting your twin flame because you are the twin flames that are meant to come into union in this lifetime to bring in love, to bring in healing, to bring in some sort of um, alignment, wish fulfillment, chills and confirmation. Ooh, my gosh. It's like you have a purpose here. So you're meant to align. You're not meant to grow and be taught lessons. Like you've gone through that in lifetimes already. And now in this lifetime, because you've done the work, it's like the closing chapter. Now you're aligning with your twin flame to be in service together, to have some sort of visibility. But you had to get clear and sober. You had to clean up your act. And it took you maybe lifetimes or however long it took you in this life. And now this wish and this proposal, this commitment, a surprise is going to come in as a surprise. And you're going to be very grateful for it. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you needed to see things clearly. 11:11 on the clock as I look up. Piscean energy. Okay, this is, look, spilling the tea. So you had to learn some sort of information regarding some sort of union, how to show up for yourself. The past is the past, setting yourself free from that. What do we have with sobriety in the star? The Knight of Quills. This is the Knight of Swords, taking action, more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, getting clear, speaking with spirit, taking the guidance with spirit. You had to get clear, a clear mind so you could receive that healing energy and receive that guiding star. Okay, someone's a guiding star. This is your north node. This is fulfilling your north node, but you needed to get sober in order to achieve this path and this journey so you could attract your twin flame. Look, your twin flame and right path. Look at that. Okay. And all the other lifetimes prior to this lifetime was the dress up, was the dress rehearsal, the nine of ink. This is the nine of wands, the self-respect, the philosophies that you learned. This is excitement. This is traveling. This is new insight, that passion, that glory. And this is knights. Okay. So you had to develop. This could be someone that's younger than you. They could be in their late 20s, mid 30s. The Six of Light, the Page of Light, and the Ace of Quills. So this is the Six of Cups, the Page of Cups, learning learning self-development. It's all about self-development. So you had to grow into the Queen of Ink. Yeah, you had to call back your power. So this is the Queen of Wands. So this is someone that's probably a little bit younger than you, no more than 10 years younger than you, but you had to come in, and usually twin flames have some sort of difference, okay? Like different nationalities, different religion, different race, and that's what you had to learn and change some sort of perspective so you could come into union and serve for the highest and greatest good for the collective consciousness. And this is the lifetime that it all comes together, that it all comes back. And now you're going to be looking like this. You see how this card, the Page of Cups, okay? Where once it was barren, you had to walk away, you were separated, you had to learn without your sun. And now the sun is shining and is bringing you both together because that's the truth, the communication, the divine light, the justice of partnership, of union. Beautiful energy. Much love, viewer.